Yeah, hi. Alrighty, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man, what an emotional night, huh? It is time for your late night Smackdown review. Not gonna lie, this day was very emotional. Definitely, once watching the show, it started to set in about what happened to Bray Wyatt. Definitely Terry Funk, it's understandable that he passed away. He was basically, already old age, unfortunately. But, it just sucked that obviously seeing him die. But again, two wrestlers, two legend. I mean, whatever, man. Two, like, greats in their own right passing away within, like, one day apart of each other. It's not easy. But definitely it's not easy knowing that Bray Wyatt, and I think I realized why I'm definitely sad about Bray Wyatt passing away, is because, again, I was able to be blessed to see his entire career with my own eyes in WWE. All my favorite wrestlers, again, guys like The Undertaker, I was born in 1999. I only saw half of his career. Same thing, but I mean, sure, I have seen guys like John Cena's career and shit like that, and Orton's career, Batista's career, but obviously a lot of my favorite wrestlers, like, and even I was blessed to see Brock Lesnar's career. A lot of great wrestlers, like Edge, I was able to see around half his career, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, Bray Wyatt, I was blessed to see his career, his entire tenure while watching. And it definitely sucks that now knowing that, he's gone. It's like, what the fuck, But yeah, and definitely, just like stupid shit in my, like, life was bothering me too, but like, definitely did not make it good that knowing that, these guys passed away. And just like, it definitely bothered me as a wrestling fan. It bothered me, like, it sucked, like, god damn, a guy like Ray, and just like also showing that time is just precious, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but ladies and gentlemen, it is time for your late night Smackdown review. And thankfully, and I'm happy that WWE did what they did. They basically dedicated the entire show to Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. More so Bray Wyatt. It kind of was sad to see. Like, it also was kind of sad that, like, they highlighted Bray Wyatt more. But I think I understand why, because Bray Wyatt was more of the active roster currently, and he was more in WWE than Terry Funk. Terry Funk, he was in other promotions. He was never necessarily this big legend for the WWE, even though he was a part of WWE for his short time. But, and Bray Wyatt was younger, so but just regardless, it's fucking sad. Was the tribute show good? I will say it is definitely one of the better Smackdowns I've seen in 2023. Because of, I guess, the sentimental value to it and just how emotional this show was. It was definitely an emotional show. I haven't felt like this emotional in terms of, like, I didn't, like, it's not like I cried. But I will say this. I came very close to probably tearing up seeing that video package of Bray Wyatt. That's how, like, beautiful, like, WWE's fucking production studio. And for people who criticize Kevin Dunn, like, y'all don't know what the guys like Kevin Dunn and people who are in the production team know what the fuck they're doing. And they're the best. That fucking video package of Bray Wyatt, his memoriam video, was fucking great. Fucking beautiful. Also, they showed Terry Funk's video, obviously. Like, they also put it on YouTube, but it was good as well, too. Definitely an emotional Smackdown, no doubt about it. I do wish, what I will say is, I would have loved if they had the time to, like, let the wrestlers express their feelings. Like, basically, you guys, how you remember when they did the Owen Hart tribute and Eddie Guerrero tribute and even the Benoit tribute. You had these wrestlers talk about the wrestler. You talked, like, they talked about Owen Hart when he passed. They talked about Eddie when he passed. I would have loved this. I mean, and this is what I liked about what the AEW did with their Brody Lee tribute. They had the wrestlers take the time to talk about Brody Lee. I would have loved that. I would have loved if WWE take the time to talk about that. All these wrestlers take the time to talk about Bray Wyatt. They even talk about Terry Funk. Talk about both, It would have been amazing. I would have loved that. You know, get us a little bit of like, you know, insight to care about these wrestlers a bit more too. But no doubt about it, I you know, it was still a fine show. Even though I will say this, it was not that great, and obviously there's not much story driven. But in this circumstance, that's when it's only acceptable when a show doesn't really have a story. Okay, the story is the tribute show. It's the tribute about Bray Wyatt and Terry Funk. That's what it should be. I just would have loved to see the rest. Like I would have loved to see Braun Strowman talk about, you know, Bray Wyatt. You know, he was there even though he's injured. Eric Rowan was there. You know, and he got released. So, I don't know, man. It definitely was a quite interesting show. Or it just definitely the show did suffer. Like it was not great because there were still some matches and certain things that were you know, not really that exciting, but it wasn't a bad show. Okay, it wasn't you know, it's not like the fucking a boring show. It was not something that, you know, but obviously I do think what they could have done, sure, a more exciting show as a tribute. I would have loved to see Roman Reigns on the show, maybe do a little tribute to him, like maybe wrestling on the show. It would have been for all time's sakes, in honor of Bray Wyatt. It would have been nice to see something like that, you know, having basically all of Wyatt's former wrestlers. Take the time to fucking invite all the legends if they could. You know, bring Kane if he could have. I understand Kane is busy being the mayor, and obviously Undertaker's retired, but it would have been great to see them be on a segment honoring Bray Wyatt. It would have been nice to see something like that. Heck, Roman, obviously. You know, it would have been great, you know, seeing like all these wrestlers that Bray had feuded with, had a chance to be in the ring with. It would have been nice to see all of them being on this show. I would have loved the idea of like Bray, like, again, LA Knight, Kane, being together, maybe LA Knight and Kane teaming up together against maybe the Judgment Day, something like that. Because again, the first opponent Bray Wyatt, the last opponent Bray Wyatt. Heck, you could have made that. You could have basically combined two great things: the real hardcore match. You could make that indeed a hardcore style fucking match, and honoring Bray Wyatt with the two opponents. You know, even though they basically did what they did tonight in the main event, they had LA Knight, who was the last opponent of Bray Wyatt. And by the way, tonight, what I loved about tonight, they made LA Knight establish himself that he can be the main eventer. What I will say about tonight was a great thing about this show. They basically showcased LA Knight as basically a future main eventer. They gave him the chance and he delivered. LA Knight proved that you know what? He can hang in the main event. He is the main event. He will be. And he fucking did. LA Knight proved that not only that, yes, the buzz about him is fucking real, that why people like LA Knight, he deserves the credit and the love that he deserves. And you know what? He proved that, you know what? Hey, have him in the main event, he belongs there. Because he knows how to talk, he knows how to fucking wrestle, he knows how to do it all, and he could be in the main event. And he was in the main event. And he proved that, you know what? Have him in the fucking main event, he's gonna be fucking great. He was fucking great. Okay? Literally. Fucking LA Knight. And, okay, so LA Knight, he faced Finn Balor. Again, like, why Finn Balor? Even though, sure, Finn Balor, they pretended that Finn Balor was, like, this big arch nemesis of Bray Wyatt. Even though, if you think about who was, like, a more arch nemesis, was more like, I understand guys like Daniel Bryan is not in WWE anymore and shit like that. I don't really think Finn Balor is like this big opponent, but they mentioned how because, you know, Demon versus Bray Wyatt at SummerSlam 2017, and they also did mention because of 2019, but what never happened was the Fiend versus the Demon. It would have been cool to see Finn Balor came out as a demon, but whatever. But you know, but that's one of the things. Apparently, the idea that what people were saying that why this match happened was the last opponent of Bray Wyatt and the first opponent of the Fiend. With that logic, shouldn't it be like Randy Orton or something? I don't know. I don't know. Or like the last opponent of the Fiend, Randy Orton. I don't know. What they did though, I'm still satisfied. You know. And I'm definitely happy with what LA Knight did on this show. LA Knight fucking was awesome on this show. He homaged Bray Wyatt very well. And he basically showcased that, you know what? Even though, again, LA Knight, he's not the main eventer yet, but he kind of proved that, you know what? Fuck it. He established himself that he could be in the main event already in a faster pace. You know how they were pushing kind of Roman Reigns to be in the main event early? LA Knight did it like this. And that's what goes to show that LA Knight could be something. If you want to talk about a guy that maybe up and coming star to dethrone a wrestler, you want to see who the guy to probably dethrone Roman, dethrone fucking a lot of these wrestlers. Heck, dethrone Gunter. I would put LA Knight as that guy. I would have LA Knight maybe be the one to dethrone Gunter. I would. LA Knight fucking shined tonight. And he shined during the Wyatt feud. And what a way to homage Bray Wyatt tonight. What basically left a sour taste on my mouth tonight, though, was when they honored Terry Funk in a supposed hardcore match. Already I was off-put because the Brawling Brutes come out. I was like, why would this be a hardcore match? How does this make any sense? You know, the Brawling Brutes versus the Street Profits in a hardcore tag match. They didn't really have a heat of feud with each other. And it's not like they're hardcore wrestlers, right? But you would think they would try to go all out doing some hardcore shit, having the weapons and whatever. But yet, this was opposite of a hardcore match. Instead of getting a ladder spin, we got a wrestler spin. And this is not me trying to insult these people. I understand they're probably heartbroken too about what happened tonight. You know, we don't know. They probably are good friends of White as well. But the problem is, like, you're trying to honor Terry Funk and shit like that, and you basically did the opposite of what was, you know, I understand Terry Funk was a tag team wrestler, right? You know, and tag team wrestling, you know, was it him with Dory Funk, that was a thing. But yet they basically, again, this was a hardcore tag match. You couldn't make this legit hardcore-ish. This was basically more so a tornado tag match, which was not bad. It's not a bad idea, but you advertise this as a hardcore tag match. The fans were chanting, "We want tables." You know, where's the weapons? Where's the hardcore? Where's the extreme? No, we got hardcore work rate. That's for damn sure. This was definitely more of a softcore fucking match, for damn sure. You know. But whatever. Overall, yeah. Again, that left a sour taste in my mouth. Some matches just whatever, not like left to be undesired, but it's again, you know, it's not really whatever. Obviously, you know, when you compare the show, obviously you can't really compare about like a show like Eddie Guerrero's tribute to whatever, but like at least with the Eddie Guerrero tribute show, like you had the wrestlers talk, you had matches that people actually wanted to see and were intrigued to see and made sense to happen, and yeah, heck, when you had the women fucking had a match, they fucking legit wrestled in bra and panties and not Eddie Guerrero. I mean, that, you know, hell yeah, right? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know what to really say about the show, right? The show was not, it's not terrible. You know, I don't think, like, it's not me, I'm not trying to bash the show, but just I understand what they did because, you know, but it would have been nice to see a lot of people who are, it would have been great to see Mick Foley on this show. You know, where the fuck was Mick Foley? I understand it's all last minute to try to invite all these people to show up. I understand that. But, you know, it would have been nice, you know, to see, you know, a lot of wrestlers trying to show up, that they try to put the effort to fly in everybody. You know, try to maybe have Mick Foley in honor of Terry Funk and even Bray Wyatt, because, again, he basically passed the torch of the Mandible Claw. You know, he kind of helped both men's careers. Would have been nice to see Undertaker, Kane. Would have been nice to see, like, you know, he was the first feud of Bray Wyatt as his character of you know, debuting, you know. Obviously John Cena can't be on this show, but he'll be at Advertised next week because, you know, he's probably busy with Hollywood. But hopefully John Cena will you know, honor Bray Wyatt next week. Heck, a little bit of Terry Funk, you know, that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, I don't know what to really say. It's just, like, I understand, like, timing is not great, but, you know, hey, what they did on the show is whatever. Apparently, Roman was on the show, or he was, like, backstage. He showed up on SmackDown. He gave the Blue Universal title to Wyatt's family, basically retiring the Universal title. Or he retired that blue title. So basically, right after that, right after losing that title, there will be no more Universal Championship automatically because they'll be combined with the lineage. That's definitely a class act. But if he had him on the show, it'd been nice. Like, why not actually see him on the show? You know what I mean? Well, whatever. It'd been great to see, like, honoring Bray Wyatt and stuff like that. Like, doing a match, playing the heel, but, him still honoring Bray Wyatt would have been fine, And that would have been, again, a perfect time where he could have broke character. A little bit. I don't know. Overall, it is what it is. But we're going to go full through, but although the show was just, it was alright. It definitely was an emotional show. No doubt about it. Definitely credit to all the wrestlers who fucking performed tonight. No doubt about that. Fucking, man. Grab your Coca-Colas. Drink them magnificently. Spy missing bitches go, oh shit, oh shit. Definitely an emotional fucking show. No doubt about it. Especially with Bray Wyatt. Like, definitely understandable because, again, Bray Wyatt was the first wrestler in many years on the active roster to pass away. It was since Benoit passing away, right? And again, who gives a fuck about Benoit? I'm sorry, who gives a fuck? Fuck him. Fuck him. Definitely the last time where an active wrestler that meant something that passed away was Eddie Guerrero. Definitely Ultimate Warrior was shocking. I think the last time I definitely felt a big death in wrestling that I cared about, and I would say it probably was last year with Razor Ramon, with Scott Hall. Definitely was sad about that. But yeah, man, it's definitely not an easy week for being a wrestling fan. That's for damn sure. It's not. Grab your Coca-Colas, drinking magnificently, honor Bray Wyatt, and honor Windham and Terry Funk. Oh shit, cheers, motherfucker, cheers. God bless both of them, man. I told my father, like, he's busy, but, like, I told my father about Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. He couldn't believe Bray Wyatt, because, again, he was young, so. But he knew Terry Funk, because my dad, like, he's old school. He grew up, like, with the 70s and 80s. Like, that's how old my dad is. And I'm not saying, like, he's old, but, like, that's like he grew, and, so, he's obviously going to know more of that. Again, we're reaching a time where a lot of wrestlers that we know are going to pass away. It sucks that now knowing that Bray Wyatt, who we probably all grew up watching, like, it's not like we grew up, like, just basically more known that in our time that people we know and basically will be loved or liked or cared about are passing away now. It's fucking sad, man. Bray Wyatt, man, like, goddamn, was not easy. But yeah, actually, I'm gonna use my phone here because I have, so but I could just use this phone to read the notes. Yeah, okay. So the show started with them opening the show tribute to Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. Michael Cole was on the microphone saying that we lost, ladies and gentlemen, we lost two members of our WWE family, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. And in honor of them, they did a 10-bell salute, did a moment of silence, and yeah. Right after that, they did a Bray Wyatt video. And that video, once, like, we got the whole world. That video, moments in, it's like, oh my god, already felt emotional. Like, already. I was thinking, like, oh my god, I'm probably gonna cry here. And thankfully I didn't. But wow. That fucking video was fucking... That video was fucking amazing. Bray Wyatt's video was amazing. God bless the fucking production crew. They showcased backstage stuff, and it was great. Fucking beautiful video. Beautiful video to honor Bray Wyatt, It definitely is emotional. Showcases fans, like, oh my, and it shows his fans, like, my heart, like, like, god damn, y'all play with my emotions, like, shit. Man, but that was just, it was beautiful, man. it was fucking beautiful. Like, that's like, hell yeah, man. Like, I'm happy that they went all out for that video. That video was fucking beautiful. They showcased the Wyatt family, all the Wyatt's feuds, all the big moments. Like, hell yeah. It was fucking beautiful. I was thinking like they're gonna have Terry Funk play right after that, but then like they kind of like, you know, they kind of did not showcase Terry Funk much. Unfortunately, it definitely was sad about that. But hey, it's okay. That, you know, they showed the wrestlers crying, which it's understandable that they cried, you know, because it's a sad time, man. They all probably knew Bray Wyatt and loved him, you know. And then they fucking showcased, and you know what's also fucking like was sad? They showed the rocking chair right after that. I was like, oh my god, y'all playing, like holy shit. My god, man. And yeah, the crowd, like, you know, there was a crowd sign that he still had the whole world in his hands, you know. They were singing, the fans were chanting, he's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world in his hands. Like, oh, man. Ah, man, y'all blaming my emotions. Like, god damn. The first match, Rey Mysterio defeated Grayson Waller. This was kind of a little throwback. He had a little throwback to Eddie Guerrero type of shit, where he basically had an armband honoring Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt having their initials. So it's cool to see that. Definitely nice respect by Rey Mysterio. The match was not bad, so he defeated Grayson Waller. They announced during this match that Grayson Waller will have the Grayson Waller effect with Cody Rhodes, so Cody Rhodes is not having a match. Some people say that might turn into like a match eventually, even on this show, so that's what might happen. But it also announced that Austin Theory will get his rematch against Rey Mysterio. The match was not bad with Grayson Waller. Austin Theory came out during the match, but it did drag out again. Like, that's the problem. Like, I wish, like, again, matches had time limits, you know. Whatever, it's modern wrestling, right? It's modern WWE. Rey Mysterio won the match. Austin Theory got involved, but then Santos got help Rey Mysterio. And then, you know, the shenanigans happened, and then Rey Mysterio eventually take advantage and wins the match. The match was not bad, you know. It definitely was one of the better matches on the show. You know, it was not bad. You know, great pace with Grayson Waller and Rey Mysterio. So I will say that. Then throughout the show we got tributes to Bray Wyatt. They show video clips like after each match. They show a little clip of Bray Wyatt. They do the QR codes, kind of throwback to the whole. They did a throwback to like how, you know, when Bray Wyatt was returning to Extreme Rules. Apparently these things QR codes. Again, I'm not a big fan of this QR code stuff, but apparently like what they're doing, which is kind of neat because of, you know, it's relating to like what he did in the past, the QR code type of thing. Basically, they showcased each, and this was going on through a talent show. They were showcasing segments or like, you know, basically big moments of him. Like, for example, his debut, him and the Wyatt family, him winning the WWE title. What else? Yeah, him returning Extreme Rules, him talking to WWE Universe, like how in his emotional side when his first promo back in WWE in 2022. Throughout the entire show, it was cue cards. So like it basically what we'll do is like it'll basically take you to the YouTube channel. I believe that's basically what they did. You know, trying to maybe increase that viewership. You know what I mean? But still, it's like it's like that. You know, you can see all the great moments of Bray Wyatt on the WWE YouTube channel. Or the WWE app. Do they still have that app? Like, I don't know. So that happened. It was announced that LA Knight then after like the first like photo, they says LA Knight versus Finn Balor is set for the main event of tonight as a tribute to Bray. Fiend's first opponent versus Bray last opponent. I don't know. I don't think they mentioned that, but they mentioned but that's what fans are saying is the Fiend's first opponent versus Bray Wyatt's last opponent. So like that's basically the thing. Oh yeah, like then they showed before I think the first match they did show texts about Terry Funk. They mentioned how like, you know, they did show texts of wrestlers, celebrities mentioning Terry Funk. They had Sylvester Stallone did mention a tweet about Terry Funk. Then after that, then they showed Bray Wyatt, tweets of Bray Wyatt throughout the entire show, basically. So, and photos of him. Then backstage, you got Damage Control. They're like, oh, they basically made fun of Caleb Braxton's, like, you're just jealous of this bitch, you're short or whatever. Maybe you join the LWO or something, I don't know. And then, yeah, second match, Io Sky defeats Zelina Vega. This was a women's title match for no reason, but whatever. Zelina Vega came out with like a bunny outfit. What is it? And what I was thinking, because I don't know. Apparently, it's like really into anime shit. I thought it was like kind of like a tribute to Bray Wyatt, because wasn't that his thing about the rabbit thing, whatever, the white rabbit, whatever the fuck. If that, I thought that was the tribute. Unless if that was that, then okay. But then we got Cody Rhodes coming out. Funny thing about Cody Rhodes, he came so he was the one to talk about Brody Lee in AEW, and then now he's talking about Terry Funk. I'm surprised he didn't talk about Bray Wyatt, but it's nothing to do with Bray Wyatt, right? So, but definitely that's what it's kind of like sucks, huh? Like that's what he had to do the past 2 times, and whenever a wrestler dies. So Cody Rhodes comes out. He tells the crowd that I know what I want to talk about. When I was 11 years old, so basically he came out, the whole thing was him to honor Terry Funk, because get it, his father feuded with Terry Funk. So like, okay, it's whatever. At least it's a way to tribute the guy, because basically the entire show they were really tributing fucking just Bray Wyatt, which I kind of understand, but like the guy died too. Like what the fuck? Like you didn't really show. Why not show Why didn't they show clips throughout the show of Terry Funk? Where was him and Cactus Jack winning the title? Like, come on here. Like, oh, okay, they showed a video package. Like, sure, they included that, but come on here. Like, come on. It doesn't hurt to fucking showcase him some moments. Showcase ECW, barely legal. Like, come on here. Cody Rhodes tells Grouse he knows what he's talking about. He wants to talk about that when he was 11 years old, he was at the airport traveling with his father, and he heard a man calling his father an egg-sucking cow. Egg-sucking dog. Cody asks Michael, is it okay to say egg-sucking dog on Fox? And well, I said it. Cody says, I couldn't see a man that I assumed that he's going to go, the domestic incident, but then I saw him, it was Terry Funk. Fans said cheery as his graphics showed in the Titantron. Cody says, they got to say that they are, as wrestlers, we got to say that we are superstars. Over the years, we didn't call other things like wrestlers, athletes, artists, competitors, some carny. But we always been fabled a few who earned the right to call themselves cowboys. And both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt were cowboys of the best of ways. So he did also honor Bray Wyatt. Cody said, it's kind of funny how he didn't mention how he's like he was like the pro for fucking Bray Wyatt. Remember that, where he was the pro for Bray Wyatt when he was like a rookie for NXT. I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, there you go. Cody says Funk has been a constant in pro wrestling and sports entertainment for 50 years. And Cody says there's a little thing called a rub, and someone with such a legacy, equality. Etiquette steps in the ring and someone who doesn't have it and lifts them up in their level. Some do that for 1 or 2, but Funk did that to the entire company, entire movement, entire revolution. And then we see a video package of Funk, which is basically was released on WWE's YouTube channel. It's the same video package, which is a good video package. Don't get me wrong. Back in the ring, we said Cody says from Texas to Tokyo, Terry Funk was passionate, and he is glad to he's given the authority to say that in the next tag match will be a Terry Funk's hardcore match. And boy, was it a disappointment. You talk about a hardcore tag match, right? I mean, couldn't we just had a one-on-one hardcore match? Like, why did this need to be a hardcore tag match? Why did this match especially need to be a tag team? Like, what? Is it because Terry Funk was a tag team wrestler with his brother? I don't know. But this match, I already said it earlier on this video. This match had no business being called a tag match or a fucking hardcore match. If anything, this was literally the opposite of like Terry Funk style hardcore match, okay? these are not hardcore wrestlers, and they're not having to do with anything like hardcore related or Terry Funk really. Like, you were just better off just doing a tag match. And this match was basically just, it was fine for a tornado tag match, but you call this match a hardcore tag match. And it failed. They only brought out a table when everyone's chanting, "We want tables," the entire match. And they only just brought out a table towards the end because the fans were fucking saying we want weapons. So much for being a hardcore match. And I'm not trying to shit on the wrestlers. They'll do an airplane with the wrestler. They'll, like, I think Pete Dunne, he got airplaned by Ridge Holland instead of them. Like, they couldn't use a ladder. Like, look how soft. Again, it's like, wow, have you gone this bad that WWE doesn't know how to do a hardcore match? Like, isn't that sad? WWE, they don't know how to do hardcore matches anymore. They're just, apparently, whenever a match is Extreme Rules, that's when you're gonna have all the different weapons. But if it's a no disqualification match, you're only gonna have a weapon or two. That's it. Same thing with other fucking stupid matches. They would just do gay ass candlesticks and whatever. Like, couldn't they have taken out a bunch of candlesticks and chairs for this fucking shit? Like, come on here. When you talk about a hardcore match is where you fucking involve all the fucking everything but a kitchen sink, all the weapons around the fucking ring, like badass, like old school hardcore matches. Everything but with the kitchen sink included. The kitchen sink, the fucking shopping carts, the fucking trash cans, the fucking canes, you know, chairs, tables, ladders, everything but the kitchen, everything including the kitchen sink. And they didn't do it. They couldn't have weapons on the side. Like, this was unfortunately, this was definitely an opposite of Terry Funk's hardcore match. And it's like, why was this a hardcore match? If anything, couldn't they have made, instead of a hardcore match like Rey Mysterio and Grace, why not tonight? Instead, they could have done Austin Theory versus Rey Mysterio in a hardcore match. And I guarantee you, Rey Mysterio, who was in ECW, know a thing or two about hardcore. And I don't know. Something, people, come on, something. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like, he's probably rolling in his grave, fucking Terry Funk. Such a opposite of the term hardcore. And I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? That kind of left a sour taste in my mouth. That's what, we were supposed to be excited with this hardcore match. And yet, like, I understand not every match, like, a no DQ match should guarantee everything needs to be weapon related, okay? But they basically this match was literally just a tornado tag match. It was barely it didn't even feel like a no disqualification match. Like, come on here. Basically, the thing is, what happened during the fucking match, while it was not a bad match, don't get me wrong, for a tornado tag match, it opened fine. People would not complain so much. But they advertise a hardcore match. Like, fucking A. Y'all don't know how to do hardcore matches anymore? They did, like, a bunch of moves and shit like that. It was like, okay, whatever. Like, okay, where's the weapons? I thought usually, a wrestler, like, they get momentum, they'll take out a weapon. But they fucking waited so hard to take out a weapon. The fans of me chanting, "We want tables," and it's like they didn't care. You know what I mean? Like, damn. No fucking weapons. They did take out a table in the end because, I don't know, get it? Because, we'll just make the fans happy with that. Because, whatever. Because they were chanting that. A bunch of moves outside the ring and fucking inside the ring, okay. Bobby Lashley came out during the match when everyone was basically down. They do the typical, everyone falls down cliche, but then Bobby Lashley comes out before commercial. Bobby Lashley got shoved by Pete Dunne by accident, or Butch. But then later on, after everybody was taking out the table to make the fans happy. But then eventually, Bobby Lashley does a spear to Butch. And then the Street Profits puts the other guy, I think Ridge Holland, through the table. It was kind of like a sort of 3D type of thing. It was like a 3D finisher in a way. I don't know. It was like a sort of like reverse 3D through the table. I guess that's their new move. And yeah, the Street Profits wins. I'm not trying to hate on this. I know this is like they're probably oh bro like Bray Wyatt. They probably are close to Bray Wyatt and all this shit. But like, come on, this was supposed to be a hardcore match, and this was not hardcore. Am I saying that you need to do blood? Of course, there's not gonna be blood in the match. Of course, you in wrestling. I mean, but it doesn't hurt to do sometimes, right? But like, come on here, a hardcore match. How is it that an old ECW match, even the PG ECW Extreme Rules matches, how are they more hardcore than this? Does it hurt? And that was PG at time. Does it hurt to be more so like that, to say there's a hardcore match than this? I'm sorry. Well, you failed on honoring the legacy of Terry Funk with this. You did. I'm sorry. You did. Like, come on here. Like, really? It's announced next week that Big Man John's gonna be on SmackDown. Definitely, like, I'm here. They keep playing the same song. Like, like they fucking do like the trombone thing. It's like like they do like the military type of song. It's like it seems like this guy's either retiring or something. When I keep hearing that, it's like, oh my god, they're gonna probably play that when John Cena sadly dies in the future. You know what I mean? Obviously, it kind of also reminds me, like, damn, like John Cena, like, man, this guy, like, we're losing more wrestlers than ever, and now like fucking John Cena, like, you gotta enjoy it while he has him now. You know what I mean? So it's like, definitely, I'll be looking forward to next week. I would consider that like a birthday gift. Thank you, John. You're gonna fucking give me a little early birthday gift that weekend. Next week is my birthday weekend, so, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to Payback. I'm not looking forward to All Out. I'm just not. I don't really want to watch wrestling. Honestly, I'm just kind of sad to even watch wrestling right now, honestly. So, not gonna lie to you, but whatever. Then LA Knight comes out. You see, I would talk about this, but I think what I would do justice is I would rather play the footage of LA Knight honoring Bray Wyatt, and I want to go all through this. I think I want to do this because LA Knight proved that this guy, he proved that, man, this guy, he made it. He made it tonight. Let's fucking go this way. I'm gonna have this on full volume. Let's listen to this, guys. Come on, play. Well, I have fucking ad blocking. This is the time. Let's talk about this. This was fucking great. Let's react to this.
I'll get to the Miz in a second.
Oh yeah, before that, Miz was shown on TMZ that LA Knight is just yesterday's news. He's not going to be anything in the future. Like, that's why he basically said TMZ and all that kind of stuff.
But from what I can tell, tonight's about Bray Wyatt.
Tonight's about Bray Wyatt. I'm just gonna let them say it. You'll know what he said.
I walked out here into this building tonight and I saw everybody out here representing with the Fireflies.
Yeah. Some Fireflies.
It just got me thinking. It had me rewinding my mind a little bit because I think back to the fact that sometimes your greatest foes can turn out to be your greatest helpers.
Isn't that fucking great? Like, just honoring Bray Wyatt,
Now, let me just go ahead and be honest about this. Bray Wyatt and I, we went through hell. That guy did everything imaginable to me, and I did everything that I could back to him. And through that, you know what he was doing? He was getting me ready for anything.
And that was great. Again, mentioning how, mentioning the Fireflies and they're talking about Bray. They acknowledge that they're not the best pals, but it helped LA Knight being what he is as a wrestler, basically giving him that character development. And basically, this definitely helped him more becoming a babyface now, and it gave him that character development to like now, wow, I'm gonna care about this guy as a baby face. And I'm gonna care about this guy because this guy could be something. And he's like, wow, he faced Bray Wyatt. This is the guy to care about, even like as not being like the last guy to face him.
And I'm gonna be honest, I held myself together pretty well tonight until I saw the pictures of his family. I gotta be honest.
That's great, the great mentioning that. I definitely it's sad to also it's sad seeing definitely the pictures of him and his family, and then like Bray Wyatt's gone, like they don't have a father, they don't have man, that sucks,
My heart breaks for that.
It does, yeah. I say here.
As I look around, I can hear it, I can feel it. Again, when I saw each one of those fireflies out here tonight, I know that all of you can feel the spirit of Bray Wyatt.
I could feel it myself, yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Bray.
Now, I ain't gonna come out here and act like he and I were best friends, but I will repeat that.
Who knows? Maybe they they liked each other backstage. Maybe like behind the scenes they were good buds. So but obviously keeping the kayfabe, right? So.
Sentiment. Thank you, Bray.
Thank you, Bray. He thanks Bray like for the character.
Just like you're all feeling the spirit is the same spirit that allows me to stand here and say, "Let me talk to you."
The character development helped him. He's crediting Bray to help him.
The Miz gets on the screen. He goes to TMZ. He goes anywhere he can. He says the same tired old material. Oh, the LA Knights just I'm sorry, I had too much bass in my voice right now.
Yeah, it's kind of sad, like he, getting them, but he's probably also like sad, like Bray Wyatt passing, they probably were, they got along with each other when he got into WWE, but like, yeah, he's, basically, this is great, the character development to help care about LA Knight as a character, it's fucking great, and now he's talking about the Miz. Miz was like, but then he mentions how it's the same tired crap, like, oh, you're publishing the news, but at least I'll be something. He also kind of mentioned, like, that's something I was also with Bray Wyatt. He also tried to reinvent himself instead of doing the same shit. So that's like, kind of a little nod to Bray Wyatt.
Now, LA Knight's just a fad. LA Knight is just, he's yesterday's news. Well, guess what, bud?
Again, that fucking impression is, this guy has it!
I'm just a fad. I'm okay with that because you never were.
Never were. He basically fucking, that's a shoot, brother. That's a fucking shoot. The Miz was never a fad. He just he had his fake smart praises. He was never something that people cared about. And this is what LA Knight said. Again, no one fucking cared about The Miz. Tired of fucking same old crap. It wasn't really entertaining. But you know what only he did is like, basically he only mentioned that how he won the title one time and got overshadowed by The Rock and Cena, which he mentions. And he also mentions how, even though, again, I don't care about it, but he even said that Damien Mizdow was more over than him.
Nobody ever cared about you.
Nobody ever come back, yeah.
Even when you had a stunt double, he was the star.
Mizdow.
Even when you talk about your championship reign from 12 years ago, and good for you, you were background to a story about The Rock and John Cena.
I love this guy. Hell yeah. Is he wrong? Is he fucking wrong? That's a shoot, brother. Is he wrong mentioning that basically what The Miz has done, just basically like, every time he mentions that, you were just the background. Especially if you look at his second reign, he was again basically a background for Miz and fucking for fucking Lashley and McIntyre. So come on, he was an afterthought.
Yet still you want to talk about me. So, I tell you what, you say that you want to end LA Knight. If you're looking for the end of LA Knight forever, is a mighty long time. So I'll tell you this, anytime, anywhere, Smackdown, Raw, hell, we can go to TMZ. I will show you once and for all, whose game is it? Let everybody say it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he points up to fucking Bray. He points up to, like, for Bray.
But one more thing.
Says one more thing.
Miz,
And he honors Bray with this.
a wise man once told me, the next time you see me, run.
And that's a fucking promo. That's a way to honor fucking LA Knight. I mean, fucking Bray Wyatt. That's how you honor Bray fucking Wyatt. LA Knight fucking shined tonight. He shined tonight. That was a great promo. Great promo. LA Knight really shined tonight in honor of Bray Wyatt, and it helped establish him to move his character forward and make you care that, you know what, this guy is the future star, and the fact he main evented the show was great. Okay? Great. After that, and again, fucking, he mentions fucking Bray Wyatt's fucking fucking catchphrase. You know, if you're ever fucking close to me, run. Fucking what a way to honor Bray Wyatt. You know? LA Knight in the main event defeats Finn Balor. The match was like not really to care about because there's no real story. But again, like the match was not terrible. It's just like I really didn't have much intriguement in all honesty because I'm not like a big Finn Balor fan. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not a big Finn Balor fan, right? But you know, the match was whatever. It's fine. It's kind of predictable. You know, I'll be honest with you. It's kind of predictable. You know, I was kind of thinking that maybe they're going to do some shenanigans where maybe people coming out, maybe the Judgment Day coming out or whatever. But LA Knight just beats him clean. And it kind of shows, again, why should we care about Finn Balor, you know, really? Because, again, he keeps losing anyways. But whatever. It is what it is. But, hey, LA Knight wins. Some people are saying that maybe, like, after the match, the Judgment Day get involved and Braun Strowman and Eric Rowan to help LA Knight. And kind of, that would have been cool. That would have been cool. But I think what they did was fine, you know. Obviously, I thought with the show would have been so much better. It would have been great to see, like, you know, people who have been part of Wyatt's career more on the show. But it is what it is. I know certain people. I know, like, Alexa Bliss couldn't be on the show, but she wanted to be because of that. But like, it was like too late to. Because again, like timing, right? But I guess also she was pregnant, so I was like, what can you do? What WWE did right after LA Knight was on the ring ramp. He was like by the entranceway. He was leaving. We get the blackout. We get the blackout fiend thing. We got a blackout fiend sort of thing, and then blackout. We see a graphic of Bray Wyatt. We see a graphic of like a shadow Bray Wyatt, and we see his lamp in the ring. And the fans chanting, thank you, Wyatt. And, like, he's got the whole world insane. It's a mixed chant about Wyatt, but it was a way to honor Bray Wyatt. I think I have the picture right here. The show ended with in honor of Bray Wyatt. So, with that, which I thought, you know, that's definitely beautiful. But it's like, it was definitely so sad. It's like, oh, my God, my heart. When I saw that, obviously, my heart's like, oh, my God. And it just means that this guy's not coming back. I mean, that's like just so fucking sad. You know what I mean? Like, I gotta show this. Yeah, definitely the graphic for this was fucking beautiful. That's basically that's what it was. Bray Wyatt's fucking, you know, or he's like, I think it's also like him going to heaven, right? It's like a shot Bray Wyatt. He's now an angel now, and then we see the lamp in the fucking ring. So basically they showed, and I think that's probably a good. That's probably maybe why WWE has those Timetrons. Like or not, the Timetron they did, even though I don't like the Timetrons, I don't like the fucking, you know, but honestly, they made it work tonight. This is one of the advantages that WWE has had with their Timetrons, where it made it work for, like, maybe that's why they have these things. Because they showed Bray Wyatt on the Timetron in a shadow, basically going like as an angel, and is like with wings, and they had the lamp on the ring. And I'm just thinking about this. It makes me so emotional right now thinking about that. Definitely seeing that was emotional, no doubt about it. LA Knight's promo was emotional because him honoring Bray Wyatt. It was definitely quite an emotional show, no doubt about it. You know, definitely a sad show, no doubt about that. Sad show, honoring both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. Definitely they did some justice on this show. Obviously, what I would love to see, I would love to see at least people be on the show talking about him. It would have been nice to see Braun Strowman, who was on, but he was just there to just honor, like, he didn't get to talk. It would have been nice to see Braun Strowman talking, you know. Maybe it would have been nice to see all these wrestlers talk again. You know, just like how back in the day you'll have wrestlers, you'll film wrestlers backstage talking about the wrestler. It would have been lovely. But regardless, they did. I think, you know, they did what they can, and I'm happy. At least they honored Bray Wyatt tonight. They did honor Terry Funk, even though unfortunately they didn't highlight him much on the show. And I'm sorry that fucking hardcore match was a joke. But overall, the show was whatever, man. The show was not bad. It was not supposed. I guess it's not. It was not supposed to be a perfect show. No doubt about that. If anything, this show has an excuse to not be perfect. Okay. But was it a good tribute show? It definitely was a good, you know, a good way to tribute Bray Wyatt. It's better than nothing. I do think, sure, a tribute show could have been way better, or, you know, they could have done lots of things to make this show even like as a good tribute show, like not only just, you know, honor Bray Wyatt more, but also kind of just made it like, you know, a more intriguing show with the matches and stuff like that. But like, it is what it is, man. I think they did the best, whatever. Again, this was very last minute, but I mean, to be fair, Eddie Guerrero's death was last minute too. So, you know, what can you really do? I mean, that's modern WWE, whatever. I mean, in the end of the day, man, we lost two people, and at least they were able to honor them. It was good. It was good. At least it's something that I can't take away. But overall, it was an emotional show. No doubt about that. Very sad show. And yeah, Bray Wyatt will be missed. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Definitely, the death is sinking me in. And honestly, after seeing that show, I just feel like kind of like more like sad. Like, damn, man, this guy is gone. And he was 36. It's too young, man. He's too young to die. He's too fucking young. And honestly, I would like them to be in the Hall of Fame. I really do now. Honestly, you want to talk about having somebody in the Hall of Fame? And honestly, the video package established that, you know what? The guy could be in the Hall of Fame. Fuck it. He kind of proved it. Even though, again, he is a victim of bad creative, bad booking, an example of mismanaged, poor creative. The guy should be in the Hall of Fame. I would not mind it. I don't think he's gonna be that. Obviously, the end closer. He'll be like just like Eddie Guerrero. They're gonna have showcased him as the Hall of Famer. You know, have his family showcase or whatever. He'll be like he'll be like a post-death, whatever the fuck the word is. He'll be the post-death honoree, right, as a Hall of Famer. But then they'll have somebody else in the Hall of Fame. Like maybe like they'll have some. I don't know who's gonna be in the Hall of Fame for 2020. We don't know that, but it could be somebody, man. Whatever. That's the question. Like, who is going to be the Hall of Famer of 2020? I mean, or not 2020, 2024. Since they're going to be... They got to think of somebody who they're going to put in the Hall of Fame. Some people are saying that maybe it's going to be Paul Heyman being in the Hall of Fame. I can see why people would say that. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that. You know, he could be the one closing in the Hall of Fame. And then Bray Wyatt could be one of the... you know, Hall of Famers before inducting the headliner, right? So, regardless, I think that'll be fine, you know? But regardless, man, we lost two people. This show was not easy honoring them, and it just sucks, man. It definitely sucks that they're gone. No doubt about that. No doubt about it. I'm just happy they did the show. They were able to honor them. They did announce that, obviously the whole big thing, they were supposed to do Jimmy Uso returning on his show. They said they're doing that next week. I kind of understand. You know, it's not a problem if they were to have him on the show, I don't think. again, they basically kind of falsely advertised, but again, it's understandable why they basically did what they have to do. But they could have just had him on the show still, but maybe do like a tribute match or whatever. But but whatever. It is what it is, people. They did what they have to do. Again, you can't really control, time and the time passing of Bray Wyatt. You can't control fucking the world. Okay. But yeah, I think next week I'll still look forward to SmackDown because Jimmy Uso, John Cena return in a little bit. Yeah. Overall, man, sad show. Alright show. I would say it's okay. Not bad show. It was not bad. It was watchable, but for the sad reasons. You know what I mean? Definitely an emotional show. I definitely enjoyed LA Knight. Definitely enjoyed LA Knight. Definitely enjoyed just them honoring Bray and Terry Funk. No doubt about it. I think Cody Rhodes did even a fine job even honoring Terry Funk. Yeah. Not much of a good show, but it's not like great show, not good show, not but it's they at least honored the wrestlers. It's just I think it would have been a better tribute show if they kind of like did what they did back in the day. But regardless, even as a tribute show, the show was fine, But obviously, like not a lot of good things happen on the show, but it's not like their fault really. I mean, this is like the only time when WWE has an excuse to not really have a good show, Even though, but when you look at shows like Eddie Guerrero's tribute, and even fucking The Rock, even the fucking tribute for Owen Hart, those shows were still entertaining, in spite of fucking celebrating the life of those wrestlers. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, again, this is still a show, right? So, honestly, the show was not great. But it had some highlights. It had the highlights, right? So, it was alright. It's okay. I just got... I guess I have to rate something. The show is okay. Wasn't the worst show. Wasn't entirely terrible. Okay show. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. Can't believe he's gone. It's definitely going to be something like to get used to. Definitely, it does hit me hard more than Bray Wyatt, than fucking Luke Harper. Because Luke Harper, because Bray Wyatt, like it or not, the guy was one of the main focal points of WWE as a character out of the Wyatt family members, right? He was the leader of the Wyatt family. And he's a former WWE champion, and he was very talented. And again, he's an example of bad booking that he couldn't really get over as he could have. And he would have been considered as the best. But he was really good. Bray Wyatt was really good. Very talented man. And Terry Funk, great old school wrestler. I loved seeing him, what he did in his time for ECW and his time in WWF. I know my tribute video, I forgot to mention this. I will not forget him fucking getting chokeslammed by The Undertaker and his shoes coming off. It's fucking funny. So, I still enjoy Terry Funk for his moments. And obviously, I enjoyed him coming back in WWE during the Ruthless Aggression era. Him teaming up with Tommy Dreamer in that ECW One Night Stand pay-per-view. I love that match with myself. I love fucking that. I love both the One Night Stands, But yeah, man, losing two wrestlers, it's not easy. But definitely, this show, highlighting Bray, that ending graphic with Bray, fucking sad, man. The rocking chair, man, and that tribute video was fucking, oh man. And LA Knight, though, man. LA Knight proved you could be the main event, man. God bless. I hope WWE knows that, you have something now. Hopefully they came to their senses, like they gave him a chance. I hope they have their senses that, maybe there's a reason why people like this guy. And you know what? I even thought, for a time, maybe the guy could be overrated. But the guy proved that, this guy needs to be in the main event. The way he fucking delivered his promo tonight, fucking 5 stars, man. Fucking beautiful. So yeah. And he honored Bray Wyatt very well. The match again though was less to be desired. But it wasn't terrible. So, but again, LA Knight, man, that was definitely enjoyable seeing him honoring Bray Wyatt. Definitely cool seeing Rey Mysterio, whatever. Alright, I think I'm done. I don't know if I'm going to want to review Collision. Honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't want to talk about wrestling because, again, it's just like... honestly, thinking about wrestling now, it's very emotional time. It's not like I'm going to cry or whatever, right? But I am definitely sad. Like, man, we lost Bray Wyatt, and Bray Wyatt was that young. Again, Bray Wyatt, and I will say this again, definitely feel sad because, again, it's a guy that I watched. I watched his entire career in WWE. And it just sucks, like, damn. Even before when he was Husky Harris. A guy that I watched in WWE and who was able to be beloved. People wanted this guy to succeed. I wanted this guy to succeed. Sadly, bad booking happened. But this guy, he was in the WWE for his career, and I watched it all. From the beginning to the end. And he's gone. Like, damn. Fucking damn. I just feel like, god damn, you know? And Terry Funk dying too. It's never easy losing wrestlers that we love, man. It's never easy. I was also kind of like a little bit sad when fucking Razor Ramon and Scott Hall died. But it definitely, God, it's just like, again, the guy's young. Like, Bray Wyatt was so young to leave this world, man. Like, fuck China, okay? Let's be for real. Fuck China for their COVID, okay? But yeah, man. Overall, thank you WWE for doing what you did. You did good, you know, with your tribute. You did something to honor the, you know, what fans wanted to tribute these wrestlers. You know, wasn't a great show, wasn't good, but you know, it's okay to honor both. While again, I still can't leave that hardcore match. Like God, but hey, it is what it is, man. Whatever. What's done is done. At least we got some tributes. At least they honored both wrestlers tonight, so I can't really complain much, I guess. Hopefully, though, again, this shouldn't be an excuse, you know, for your show. Like, hopefully now after this show, you will fucking actually put some effort. Because that's what I believe Bray Wyatt would have wanted, right? And even fucking Terry Funk. And that's what Michael Cole said. No matter what, they wanted us to be entertained. No matter what happened, they wanted to entertain people, wanted to entertain show. Well, it's your job, WWE, and all these wrestlers to entertain and do a good show, okay? Let's be for real here. Hopefully that will happen next week. Hopefully that will happen on Raw. But again, knowing modern WWE, modern wrestling, that's not what's going to happen. So because modern wrestling is trash. So overall, that's an okay show. Definitely props to LA Knight. Props to people who have done the show tonight. But definitely big props to LA Knight. Big props to everyone in charge of the fucking, of helping, you know, just the tribute for Bray Wyatt and fucking Terry Funk. And those video packages are fucking great. Rest in peace, Terry Funk. Rest in peace, Bray Wyatt. You will both be missed. God bless y'all. We missed y'all. We love y'all. Sad week in World Wrestling, okay? Overall, good, alright tribute show. I still watch it and whatever. You know, obviously there was like, it was a bit boring at some parts because there's things I didn't care. But, you know, you cared regardless because you wanted to, you know, them tributing fucking these wrestlers. And it was great to fucking showcase some, like, highlights, you know, with the QR codes or whatever, so. Overall, rest in peace to both Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt. Sucks that we lost them, man. It's not an easy week in wrestling. Not a good week in wrestling, losing to especially Bray Wyatt, because, again, that young and such talent he had. But, you know, yeah, that's what I want to say, people. That was SmackDown. Very emotional show. Very emotional. Fucking emotional show. Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Rest in peace to both of them. God bless people. God bless everybody. Hope you have a good night. God bless all, and obviously it's a good reminder that love all your loved ones. And yeah, life is precious, huh? Till next time, peace. Yeah, bye. Rest in peace, Terry Funk and Bray Wyatt.